Tepi highlights importance of technology in PNG. Prime Minister Marape share mining issues. And Pangu Party turns 58 years old. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I am Louis Mango. Thank you for joining us. Daytech PNG Limited hosted its first ever Technology and Innovation Summit in Port Moresby today. Representatives from global technology providers such as Cloud Sigma, Lenovo, and Huawei attended and engaged in dialogue with the state-owned IT solutions organizations.
Summit hosted by Daytech.
The Daytech 2025 Technology and Innovation Summit is not just about showcasing new technology, but to create dialogue, build partnerships, align policy, industry, and innovation. This was the message from the State Enterprises Minister, William Duma, in his address at the event today.
We must understand the importance of ICT in this day and age. Otherwise, we'll be left behind. And I get this feeling that we have been left behind, but we are slowly catching up. So in terms of infrastructure readiness, our job as government, we have to ensure that all the businesses that operate here have connected partnerships associated with providers of modern data centers, cloud architecture, business applications and systems, cybersecurity measures that is essential to support this much talk about digital transformation in our country.
Daytech's parent company, Telecom PNG Limited, views it as a strategic move to expand its internet and data businesses. Telecom Group CEO Amos Tepi, in his keynote speech, spoke on the importance of the summit.
Papua New Guinea stands as a defining crossroad. On one part lies the status quo, where the geography, infrastructure, and outdated systems hold us back. On the other part lies transformation, driven by digital innovation, inclusive connectivity, and a renewed national purpose. Papua New Guinea is not a bystander in the digital revolution. We are the anchor of the Pacific, geographically, economically, and strategically. Our digital transformation matters not only for our people, but also for our wider region.
Daytech Acting CEO Russell Tato shared the same sentiments.
About building resilience, fostering trust in our digital economy, protecting the very foundation of our nation's digital existence. So with that, we need to continue to be vigilant, more proactive, collaborative in our efforts to defend against the unseen adversaries, many of whom.
An highlight of the event was the presentation by a representative from one of the global leaders in security solutions, Fortinet. The session encapsulated the importance of information sharing in the digital world. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Telecom Limited Chief Executive Officer Amos Tepi says technology is important for Papua New Guinea's future, and such summit is important for innovation and digital transformation.
In an interview during the summit today, Mr. Tepi highlighted the importance of the event. He said inviting global leaders in technology and sharing insights on the latest on transformative technology would boost Daytech PNG as it aims to be a leader in technology and innovation in the country.
Partners who are helping Daytech will provide their service to the businesses. But the most important thing is about digital transformation, that they want to make it clear to our customers who Daytech provides service to them. Apart from that, also we are pretty much aware that new technologies are here to help, but we need to take that opportunity and move with that change.
Mr. Tepi said Telecom PNG as the mother company and Daytech as its subsidiary will continue to build relations with global leaders in technology, and the summit is just the start of more to come.
They bring these partners here at our doorstep to educate to our business houses. These are people they're back in Daytech, and when you do business with Daytech, you won't go wrong because they're strong brand, their support services, everything is all backed up. So Daytech is a brand that when you looking for a partner who can provide internet services, Daytech, telecom, you can rely on the backup these partners provide. Daytech want to see this summit is not going to be the last.
Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Upon his return from France today, Prime Minister James Marape highlighted some of the issues discussed at the Oceans Conference. He gave an insight on the discussions he had with his counterpart in France, His Excellency Emmanuel Macron, on seabed mining.
In a press conference earlier this morning, Prime Minister, upon his arrival from France, gave an insight on what they have been discussing in the conference.
We have common in one thing: we are against deep sea mining in our waters until and unless scientific evidence indicate that deep sea mining is okay. We both agree that we will not support deep sea mining for Papua New Guinea.
He said the French President, His Excellency Emmanuel Macron, said he stands with him against deep sea mining in both countries. Mr. Marape gave an insight on the deep sea mining in PNG.
By press as to how do you say you don't support deep sea mining, and there's a deep sea mining company running around in our country right now. I want to indicate that license was secured before we took office, but since when we took office, we put a stop to normal issuance of license to those who want to do deep sea mining. You will all now know that the interest in companies in seabed of our planet. But for Papua New Guinea, our waters are sensitive waters. It's our waters is amongst most fertile in as far as breeding life for marine ecosystem.
Prime Minister said PNG Waters owns a surplus of tuna. Thus, such activities must be monitored closely for the long run.
In case some of you do not know, 25% of world's tuna that is being spawned is spawned in our water. And so until studies tell us that the extraction activities at seafloor will not affect the marine ecosystem, until we have a better study on this one, our government freezes all activities in deep sea mining.
He said he has requested for the sector responsible to give a full report on seabed mining company that is currently in operation in the country.
Back in our country, unbeknown to some of us, and so we're asking for a full report on this company that is now running around with ships, so that we get to ascertain the full environmental impact on the activity. The epicenter of the activity is right in the heart of our tuna spawning and tuna breeding grounds, and PNG is a big tuna in producing nation, in my view, more sustainable for our children going forward than a harvest from mining for 1 or 2 years that could offset the temperament and the structure of ecology that is good for our tuna in the Pacific.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape said the judiciary system has been independent and will be independent.
And also indicate to the country that we're working to enhance the independence of the judiciary, contrary to what some may think. All our judiciary is and has been independent and will be independent forever. A safer country is in the heart and soul of the safe country. You must have a very independent court system. And so I think Minister Ninigi's statement was taken out of context. Minister Ninigi never came out saying that our local judges are biased judges. Far from it, he was making inference to the fact that We're trying to bring in international judges into our bench, and we're starting that work. Judges from outside will also be brought in to support our local judges.
Prime Minister James Marape said post-referendum consultation between the autonomous Bougainville government and PNG government is a constitutional process.
Prime Minister James Marape gave an highlight on the post-referendum consultation, which was recently held in New Zealand by the Autonomous Region of Bougainville government and PNG officials. Prime Minister said Section 338 of the Constitution governs the referendum, thus it is a constitutional process that is running.
Section 338 of our Constitution governed or administered the referendum. And now it is a constitutional process that is running. Section 342 compels the referendum result to be tabled in Parliament, and that Parliament will make decision. And that stands right in our face. For me as Prime Minister, I have no unilateral power over our Constitution.
He said the referendum is undergoing a process, hence the Prime Minister does not have a unilateral power over the Constitution. Prime Minister further said post-referendum is provided for by the Constitution.
That post-referendum consultation is also provided for by the spirit of our Constitution. In fact, there's an explicit provision, if I'm not wrong in my memory, Section 342, subsection 1, talks about us engaged in consultation after the referendum result is made known. And so those are constitutional processes that are being deployed. I call upon every Papua New Guineans, including those in Bougainville, that it is, in my view, the number one most important issue facing our country at the moment. We are being diligent, we are being prudent, we're not stepping outside of the 2001 peace agreement, and we're not stepping outside of Part 14 of our Constitution.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The Global Green Growth Institute, in collaboration with the Climate Change and Development Authority and the Department of Transport, hosted a workshop focused on Papua New Guinea's draft electric vehicle policy framework, investment plan and implementation roadmap.
This validation workshop aims to present the draft electric vehicle policy framework, investment plan and implementation roadmap for consultation and feedback. The session brought together key stakeholders to ensure the policy instruments are technically sound, inclusive and aligned with PNG's carbon neutrality targets. This high-level workshop marks a crucial step in PNG's path toward low-carbon transportation and climate-resilient development. Acting Managing Director for Climate Change Development and Authority, Deborah Sungi, said as the government, they are committed to the 2050 vision.
As the government, we are committed in terms of aligning ourselves to the Vision 2050, which has a target of 50% by carbon neutral by 2030 and 100% carbon neutral by 2050. So with this rate, what are we as the government going to do in terms of ensuring that we have policies and legislative frameworks that can govern us to really have development, but ensure that the development is done in a sustainable manner.
The policy seeks to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by promoting electrical vehicle mobility and supporting PNG's emission reduction goals, especially in the transport sector. Sales Director for New Guinea Automobiles, Alicia Obara, said these electrical vehicles will contribute to reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
If we had a 100% sustainable plan around it, we could even incorporate solar. We already have hydro because that's what we run on in the city. So definitely incorporating solar and building an infrastructure to support this, definitely EVs are the way forward.
Electric mobility presents a sustainable transportation solution that can significantly reduce greenhouse gas and mitigate climate change impacts in PNG. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja na. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The National Capital District Metropolitan Superintendent, Watrik Simatab, confirmed that the police officer who allegedly pulled the trigger at Waigani on May 25, 2025, killing a woman, had been formally charged with willful murder and will be dismissed from the force.
The Metropolitan Superintendent for the National Capital District said the other two officers were released after a week in custody and may serve as state witnesses. However, should credible evidence emerge implicating them in the death, they will be recalled and judged accordingly. While passing his condolences to the immediate families of late Sandy, the Metropolitan Superintendent assured the families and the public that the NCD Metropolitan Command is fully committed to uncovering the truth and ensuring justice in this matter. He said the command understands the pain, anger and tension this incident has caused, particularly for the family of the deceased and the wider community. He stated that the NCD Metropolitan Command is committed to working openly and accountably to provide answers and closure. Metsup Simatab mentioned that the police will keep the public informed of significant developments as the investigation progresses while respecting the legal process. While thanking the families for late Sandy for being patient, Metsup Simatab said the command shares in their sorrow and pledges to do everything in their power to ensure that justice is served. He said the police management is here to support them and they encourage open communication with the management as both parties navigate this difficult time together. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The Pangu Party, the oldest political party in Papua New Guinea, celebrates its 58th anniversary this afternoon. Registry of Political Parties hosted the event at APEC House in Port Moresby. The event took place today. Many people attended the celebration, including members of the Pangu Party and its leader, Prime Minister James Marape. The Registrar of Political Parties, Emmanuel Pork, said the Registry of Political Parties' role is to support and strengthen the work of political parties and celebrate their milestone achievements.
They have worked very hard to give us the freedom we enjoy today. The independence we got would not have been possible without the tireless efforts of our political parties and their leaders. So the Registry of Political Parties thought that it might not be a fitting time than today to recognize and appreciate and thank what our political parties did.
Mr. Pork said the Pangu Party was established before PNG became an independent country, and it has remained a strong force in politics for many years.
Pangu was established as a political party on the 13th of June 1967, 3 years ahead of other foundational political parties.
Mr. Pork said the Registry of Political Parties will give the same support to other parties if they want to celebrate similar achievements. A Level 3 hospital in Agevairu in the Kairuku district of Central Province is still undergoing construction. In a site visit yesterday by the Asian Development Bank representatives, together with the Department of Health and the District Authority, they have revealed that 60% of it has been completed.
The Level 3 hospital along the Hiritano Highway will serve the people of Kairuku district as well as the Guilala district and the Gulf province as well. While thanking the Asian Development Bank, the first secretary to the Minister for Energy and member for Kairuku, Albert Veretau, said ADB has always been part of the country's development and here is one of them.
ADB has a long history with Papua New Guinea and a long history with infrastructure development, and we're so grateful and thankful that an organization like the Asian Development Bank can always be there for us in every little part of our development journey, every little history that we try to carve out in this country. We thank ADB for being there. Inside yourself as the country director, we thank you very much for continuing to wave the ADB flag, even in the most remotest areas. We thank you. And thank
Mr. Veretau also thanked the Maraperoso government and the member for Kairuku district, Peter Iso Aimo, for the initiative to serve the people of Kairuku. The country's director for ADB said they are pleased with the progress of the hospital.
A full-service development partner of the government, and therefore we are also increasingly involved not just in roads, civil aviation, energy sector, but we're also, we're also very much involved in health and education sector. In the health sector, we have our flagship project, which is the Health Services Sector Development Program. The PMU is led by Rob Akers with his able team, and under that flagship project, we're basically looking at constructing around 18 hospitals, level 2, 3, and 4 hospitals across the country.
Mr. Zedensia further highlighted what they are doing in the country in terms of service delivery.
this for now around 7-8 months, and we're hoping to have it completed, infrastructure completed by end of the year, with this being operational by sometime in February. Just everything up and running by February. I'm seeing continuous progress, which is always a good sign. 62% completion, in terms of progress to date. So I think that's a very good sign.
The project manager for the Health Sector Service Development Project elaborated as to why this facility was prioritized.
Primarily because of the large catchment with the highway going through, lots of traffic accidents along here, quite far to Port Moresby, and in the past people have died in transit. So this facility is there for that reason. It's also located here because of the link to the Goilala district. People of Goilala are among the least served for health services in the entire country. So this was a very strategic location. As Saeed said, this is one of 8 of these level 3 facilities we're building. We have
An estimated total of 51,000 people from the Kairuku district are anticipated to be served by this level 3 hospital. According to the ADB team, the hospital will be completed by early next year. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The United Nations Development Programme has launched an environmental restoration program in central Pomio LG in Eastern Britain Province recently.
UNDP has partnered with the University of Natural Resources and Environment and Provincial Authorities Natural Resources Unit. UNRE Environmental Management lecturer Daniel Waldy says the team is consulting world leaders and communities to design restoration plan. The proposed solutions include nursery setups, tree planting and training programs for sustainable land use. The program also includes cocoa nursery projects by PNG's Cocoa Board to boost local livelihoods, and financial literacy training by Center of Excellence and financial inclusion to support affected communities. From June 3rd to the 14th, experts were assessing forest and farmlands degraded by logging in 6 wards, include Galue, Marmar, Pomio, Sali, Olaipun 1 and Olaipun 2. The team will expand efforts to inland binding LLG with awareness campaigns in schools promoting conservation next month. The initiative is part of the Global Food Systems and Land Use and Restoration Program aimed at reviving ecosystems while empowering communities for long-term sustainability. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
A total of 172 students and staff from the University of Papua New Guinea have received certificates after completing a week-long training at the university campus recently.
Of the total participants, 27 were certified as trainers of trainers or TOT, while 145 students received certificates for completing the retail training. The program was delivered by the Department for Community Development and Religion in partnership with the Center for Excellence in Financial Inclusion and Mama Bank. As part of the initiative, Mama Bank assisted more than 100 students in opening new bank accounts. Participants described the training as a valuable life skill that helped them better understand budgeting, saving, and making smart financial decisions. Chief Executive Officer of Mama Bank, Guni Nadidas, encouraged the participants to develop a savings mindset, apply what they have learned, and share with their families and communities. CEFI's Financial Inclusion and Capacity Development Manager, Jill Pijui, challenged participants to practice what they have learned from the training. UPNG Deputy Director of Residence and Catering, Robinson Lanza, thanked the department and its partners for successfully delivering the program. Mr. Lanza said similar training sessions will continue in the future. Representing the Department for Community Development and Religion, Director George Kulisi congratulated the participants and thanked UPNG, CEFI, and Mama Bank for the strong partnership. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed lower at $0.2432 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2357 US, $0.3582 Australian dollars, 0.1954 euro, and 33.44 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, copra closed lower, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed unchanged. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 Kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 Kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Periods should never stop a girl or woman from her daily pursuits. Pure Day Sanitary Pad is designed to ensure total protection and comfort to suit your lifestyle. Pure Days comes with Maxi Protection, Ultra Absorbent Core with wings for extra protection. Pure Days Sanitary Pad are available in big and small packs with and without wings. Pure Days Sanitary Pad is distributed by Panamax PNG.
Join us for MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12 Final Cuts 1.
Oh my goodness, the bar has been raised, baby.
After 2 spectacular days of auditions, our contestants have been placed into 2 groups and will face off in the Final Cut series.
It's taking risks and it's working.
This Sunday at 7:30 p.m. MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12. Only on your number 1 to watch, MTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The official launching of the maternal neonatal tetanus elimination campaign was held earlier this week at the Wewak Police Station car park marking a significant step in public health efforts across East Sepik Province.
The event was officiated by the Deputy Administrator for LLG and District Affairs, Mr. Godfred Rausam. In his address, Mr. Rausam highlighted the importance of the campaign calling all women and girls aged 15 to 44 across the 6 districts of East Sepik to come forward for vaccination. He encouraged them to either attend the official vaccination sites or visit their nearest clinics. Mr. Rausam also urged all local level government council election candidates to promote the campaign during the election activities, stressing the importance of collective effort to eliminate tetanus from the province. He said out of the 22 provinces in Papua New Guinea, East Sepik is proud to be the 3rd province to declare war on tetanus. In his closing remarks, Mr. Rausam, on behalf of the East Sepik Provincial Administration and the Governor of East Sepik, Honorable Harlan Bed, officially declared the maternal neonatal tetanus elimination campaign open. Pakatambua, National MTV News.
With the growth of banking business in Papua New Guinea and increase in competition, BSP is prepared to take on the challenge. BSP Chief Executive Officer Mark Robinson said competition is healthy for the industry.
Papua New Guinea has about 7 commercial banks currently operating in the country. The introduction of new commercial banks is a significant milestone indicating increase in competition and potential for better services and rates for businesses and consumers. BSP CEO Mark Robinson welcomes the competition and is anticipating more potential new banks to join soon.
Banking sector, we have 2 years ago there were 4 banks, now there's 7, and who knows, perhaps more banking licenses will be issued. We welcome competition. Competition's good for the country. It's good for BSP, actually. It keeps us on our toes. We have no ability to be, what's the right word? You shouldn't be complacent, ever be complacent, but certainly competition reminds us that we've got to remain on our toes. It reminds us our customers have a choice. So we look at the landscape and say we've got bank competitors, there's also non-bank competitors, and then over time in different parts of the world you've seen fintechs and you've seen mobile phone operators and other people get into financial services. We also want to be very careful we don't just focus on banks.
Mr. Robinson further said BSP will also participate in the country's 50th independence anniversary celebration and that there are events they will reveal soon. He also gave a brief history on the bank and its roots in PNG and the Pacific.
We also have been around for many decades. We're actually older than Papua New Guinea. I think we trace our roots back to 57. But actually, we should go back further than that because we make up Commonwealth Bank, which opened in Port Moresby in 1914. And in fact, you can go back further than that. 1914 here, 16 in Rabaul. And then you go back further than that, we also, in Fiji, we acquired the colonial business, which is almost 150 years old. So our roots in the Pacific and Papua New Guinea go back well over 100 years.
Pakatambua, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck. like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, their current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
healing to all the residents.
Business,
They launched its VPN,
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems,
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. 11 clubs have gathered at the PNG Football Stadium in Port Moresby yesterday to launch the 2025 Premier Soccer League.
The PNG Football Stadium came alive as the president of PNG FA launched the 11 clubs of the 2025 Premier Soccer League season. Fans cheered and players proudly wore their team colours. Speaking during the launching, President gave an insight of the football program pathways.
To have a youth league, which will start off this year. Without you men that are sitting here and we are trying to launch your match, we need the development pathways of those in the schools and also in the youth leagues. So once you retire and once you go, there's a cycle of these young generations to take over.
President Capinato also thanked the clubs and sponsors.
So I want to thank Octary Mining Limited for their support to us and helping in our programs to take our football forward. So please, Geraldina, convey our appreciation to the Managing Director of Octary Mining Limited.
He said the league has grown since it began in 2005 and this season will be even better.
2005, there was only 4 men who carried the thoughts of National Soccer League in the country when David Chung asked us to do it. We do it not because we want something. We do it because of great passion and believe in the football that we want to take it to the next level.
2 new teams included Arkula FC from Milne Bay and Blue Kumuls who are joining the league. Both teams are ready to face the big teams and make their names known. A strong mix of old and new teams promises an exciting season. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Former PNG international and one-time Delhi M Centre of the Year, Justin Olam, flew in from Australia yesterday to officiate the Rigorise Cup Grand Final at Sir Hubert Murray Stadium.
Former Melbourne Star and West Tigers arrived in Port Moresby after maintaining communication with the tournament organisers since Monday. His involvement was a significant boost to the local rugby league event, marking a return to the grassroots level of the game where his career first began. Olam was officially received by the naming rights sponsor and Rigo Rice owner, Jeffrey Kennedy, alongside Minister for National Planning and Rigo Open MP, Se Anupala. The grand final event was also attended by notable figures, including NCD Governor Powes Pakop, PNG Power Chairman Macronel Neil, PNG Sports Foundation CEO Michael James, and other leaders. Olam's presence not only added prestige to the tournament but also inspired the young players and fans who gathered in numbers to witness the final showdown of the popular Rural League competition. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Meanwhile, the 2025 Rigo Rice Cup Grand Final was played yesterday at the Sir Ewart Murray Stadium in Port Moresby.
The final match saw SS Dolphins take on Morobe Pride in what was a close and exciting game. By halftime, the SS Dolphins were leading 12-0. Morobe Pride fought hard in the second half and scored 10 points, but it wasn't enough to take the lead. The final scores were SS Dolphins 12 and Morobe Pride 10. SS Dolphins were crowned the 2025 Rigo Cup champions and walked away with the grand prize of 200,000 kina. The team and supporters from the Port Moresby South Side celebrated their victory, while Morobe Pride in the second place claimed 60,000 kina. In the third place playoff, Monomutrus Brothers defeated Talai Spartans 8-6 to claim the third prize of 40,000 kina. The Rigo Rice Cup is one of the biggest grassroots rugby league competition in PNG. The event attracted large crowds and showed strong community support from local rugby league talent. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja, yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Girls, I still have a normal day with Softex.
And I am not deterred from doing what I do normally.
Softex is so gentle and comfortable.
Has double contour channeling to prevent leakage.
And has a strong adhesive for a secure fit.
Softex is available in Super Deluxe and Super Deluxe with wings. Softex.
Quality you need at a reasonable price.
Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but met it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching True Guy Sports. The stage is set for the inaugural Pacific Oz Sports Cricket. Teams from across the Pacific have arrived in Port Moresby to take on the PNG Lewas at Amini Park.
Team Vanuatu touched down in Port Moresby today. Coach Joshua Rasu said his team is excited and ready to compete against the region's best. He gave a highlight of his team during the arrival.
We're Team Vanuatu. We've brought in 14 players, and they're all Vanuatu-based players. We've come to play in this indigenous tournament. Apparently it's not their first tournament like this. They've had one in Vanuatu before, and they've done pretty well in that tournament. And we've trained about 3 months for this tournament, and I think they're ready to go on this tournament.
Later in the evening, Samoa and Australian Indigenous women's team will arrive, marking the full arrival of all participating nations. The event is hosted by Cricket PNG and supported through the Pacific Australian Sports Program. This T20 showdown will run from June 15 to 21 at Amini Park, highlighting women's cricket in the Pacific. Joel Mipari, True Guy Sports.
The PNG Women's Rugby League team is set for an exciting showdown with the Australian Defence Force side this Sunday in Port Moresby ahead of a Host Plus Cup clash.
Port Moresby will host an International Rugby League double-header this Sunday, with the PNG RFL Women's 13 taking on the Australian Defence Force Women's team ahead of the Round 13 Hot Plus Cup match between the SP Hunters and the Sunshine Coast Falcons. Head coach Tanen Norris has named Belinda Guasamun and Leila Keroa as co-captains, saying their leadership and experience will guide the team packed with the emerging talent from the 2024 Santos Cup and the NRLB Championships. The PNG RFL Women's 13 have been in camp since last Sunday, also participating in the PNG RFL's Better program. Norris said the match will offer valuable game time as the players prepare for the Santos Cup preseason kicking off in August. Fans can also look forward to another blockbuster next Sunday, June 22nd, when the PNG Women's 13 face off against Brisbane Broncos NRL Women's team in Port Moresby. Joel Mipari, True Guy Sports.
That ends True Guy Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
True Guy Sports. True Guy Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
It was not done like this before, in our time, about torturing, torturing people and burning them and killing them. It's so serious and it's something new.
It was a shock to me because we learnt about witch trials. It's part of all our histories. And then I'm sent to PNG and they tell me, no, there's sorcery accusation related to violence. Women are tortured and killed. I was astonished.
This bill is a first step towards eliminating these vile and cowardly acts in our society.
All the boys get a woman and I was with them too. I said, ban them, kill them.
Only put in fire long iron or long knife?
Fire, fire.
You ready long give him all discipline name long Monday long policeman?
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. In southern region, Port Moresby becoming cloudy with chances of a few afternoon showers and possible inland thunderstorm. Daru, cloudy periods with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Kerema, cloudy periods with few showers and possible thunderstorm. Alotau, partly cloudy with few showers. And Popondetta, partly cloudy with possible few showers. In Momase region, Lae City, partly cloudy with chances of a few showers and possible thunderstorms. Medeng, cloudy periods with possible showers and thunderstorm. We were cloudy periods with a few showers and possible thunderstorm. Vanimo, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, cloudy periods with some rain showers and thunderstorm. Kavieng, cloudy periods with some rain showers and thunderstorm. Kokopo and Rabaul, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorm. Kimbe, cloudy periods with some showers and thunderstorms. And Buka, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorm. In the islands region, Mount Again City, cloudy periods with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Goroka, Buns and Kundiawa, cloudy periods with some showers and possible thunderstorm. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with some showers and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Friday, the 13th of June 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits